PGMP is almost there, which is the program management standard, and the PMP would fit more with the Prince2 practitioner and the IPMEC. So it's just give you an idea of where do they stand. I mean, it's not an exact representation, but it's just to give you an idea. Continuing on standard here, but this time for organization looking to improve their project management capability. And here, sometimes we refer that as maturity model. You're going to hear that a lot in the market. The CMMI is the most famous one, but also there is project management maturity model. So let's sort out who's out there, what are the standards, and what are the different certification, so we could understand from an organization perspective which one we should go after. PMI has got his standard in maturity for project management for organizations called the OPM tree. It's a second version of this standard. There is also a certification program for assessor that allow you to become an assessor of this, so will be better good for the usually consultant will follow this certification, allow them to go in companies and do assessment. But typically the OPM tree has been done in a way that organization could do their own assessment on their own. So, and it's mainly project management practices. Okay, it's all covering all kind of practices there. The next one, which is the coming from the Software Engineering Institute, which is Carnegie Mellon University, is the old CMMI, the Capability Maturity Model Integration. This one is it's widely used. It's very mature in terms of standard itself. Yeah, it's a maturity standard, but the standard also is mature. And the CMMI is well known for the software development, and it's got evolved from CMMM, which is picking up some other type of practice, and at one point they integrated many different practices into one big one, which is CMMI, and that's why the standard is really very advanced. And if you decide to go on with this standard, you should see some improvement from the way you're developing software and delivering software. Also, there is some certification for if you decide to go on the CMMI side. It's called the SCAMP Lead Appraiser, 3-level ABC. We're not going to get into the difference between the three here, so I would invite you to go in on the Carnegie Mellon website to find out. But definitely here, CMMI is something that is widely used, mainly in software development. It is not necessarily just project management, it's the software, but it goes very well with project management, so that's why it's there. Because sometimes people say, well, this is not project management, it's software. I know, but some of them are on the delivery side. They're not just there to develop content, but also to deliver it. And in project management, since we're delivering, it's always good to be tied to anything that is connected to the project management area, and the CMMI is definitely oriented to delivery, and so it's really well connect with anything we do in project management. ITIL, it's very important one standard that exists. ITIL is not necessarily just for project management, and actually it's not for project management. It's in the IT sectors. It's helping IT companies to improve on their service management and their service capabilities, and managing across the life cycle of all the different systems that they might have in the organization. The point is we're bringing it into project management because it goes hand to hand with project management. As you get better at managing in the ITIL environment, you will improve, and you're going to need also project management to help you get the maximum out of it. So ITIL, you're going to find out in terms of standard, there is 5 best practice management standards that exist, or books that has been written, that you need to follow, that you need to implement when you're implementing that. And typically the customers for an ITIL implementation will be IT leaders, IT director, CFO, not CFO, CIO, Chief Information Officer, or vice president of IT, or IT leaders that decide to go on. And once you do that, if you're looking for certification, there is also different layer of certification at the foundation, at the service life cycle, at service capability, and also at the life cycle, managing across the life cycle. So ITIL is an important standard for IT, and in project management we're connecting to it somehow, even though on the day-to-day it's not necessarily related to project, but project definitely goes with ITIL. The last one is the P3M3, which is the kind of a response to PMI by the organization uh, that is working with Prince2 and in the UK the what we call under the OGC, the Organization of Government and Commerce, to deliver a set also of maturity model for project management in the organization. So this one, there's no certification. There is training that are provided by ATO, called the Authorized Training Organization, that are been accredited by the OGC, the Organization of Government of Commerce in the UK, and it is another standard. So as you can see, ITIL and P3M3, the logo looks the same, right? And it goes a little bit with hand to hand with the Prince2, because all certification is delivered by the APM group that I was mentioning before. So even though we're working at the standard level with ITIL and P3M3, the actual certification will come with the APM group. Keep going now in terms of methodology. As we have now covered the standard for individual, covered the standard in terms of organization, let's take a look at methodology. There's many methodology out there, so there's a lot more than standard. From a standard perspective, the standard that I covered, those are the ones that are widely used, the ones that are known, and those are the ones that you should be looking at these days. In terms of methodology, there are so many out there, and actually, there is the best methodology is probably the one that is that you are implementing in for your own organization there. And but there is also some that are already prepared that has a certain structure or step-by-step approach that allow you to go faster in terms of implementing a methodology. So let's take a look at the ones that are there, and let's try to sort them out too. So Agile, number one, is one that very becoming popular. We hear that a lot in the market, especially in the software development side. Agile is not a methodology on its own. Agile is a grouping. We call that the Agile Alliance. It's a grouping that is promoting their way of approaching the development of software. And under the Agile Alliance, you would find many different methods. There's 7 or 8, maybe more, the last one I've seen. And here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover 4 of them that are part of the Agile family, and but then there is others that exist. So let's take a look at the first one. Is Scrum Alliance. Scrum is there's a methodology and that is documented in the Scrum guide, and there is like a certification program, and this is probably the one that is getting the most coverage these days in terms of value in the market. A lot of Scrum programs and trainings are going on. There's different layers of certification. The number one is a certified Scrum Master. Then you have the certified Scrum product owner. Then you move on to certified Scrum practitioner. And then if you want, you could go as you become a certified Scrum coach or certified Scrum trainer. So actually, there's an evolution in their certification. It's pretty well developed. There's a lot of training. There is exams that exist. So this one, I would think if you look in your own area, you would find a Scrum. So if you decide you want to go Agile, Scrum is one of the method that is there, and it's getting popular. The other one is the DSDM method, the consortium.